What's up? I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm recording inside today. It's 105 degrees out there. I'm not exaggerating. It's actually 105 outside today. So I'm gonna be doing a quick video from inside. Today I want to talk more about episodes 1 and 2 of the Acolyte and some other things pertaining to it. So one of the things that a lot of people are talking about is is the big villain in the Acolyte, is that actually going to be a Sith, and how could it be a Sith when the Jedi thought that the Sith haven't existed for 1,000 years? But also Yoda says always two there are, you know, when he's talking to Mace Windu, which means that the Order of Two started 1,000 years ago, and Yoda was about 800 years at the time, 800 years old at the time. So I don't see how he would have known about that, and that should have been a secret. But I mean, I guess they might have fought the Sith a little bit for a little bit before they were presumed eliminated. I don't really remember. Um, I didn't really study the expanded universe. I actually years ago I used to watch a lot of videos about it, but I watch a lot of stuff, so I forgot most of the things that I learned. But when Darth Bane made the order of the rule of two, I thought that the Sith went into hiding right after that. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, One thing I wanted to talk about though is I haven't read the High Republic books. So yesterday I did a little bit of research in High Republic. There's some YouTube channels I used to watch. Like I think one was called The Stupendous Wave. The other one was a Star Wars Theory. But I looked around just for a little bit of information on the High Republic, and apparently there were enemies in the High Republic called the Nameless that the Jedi fought against, and they had the power to cut off the Jedi's connection to the Force, and they had a lot of other abilities, and they were used by two different groups and two different wars against the Jedi. And um, after the first war that the Nameless were used in against the Jedi, Yoda decided to erase all information about them from the Jedi archive. So after hearing that, because like I said, I didn't check into I haven't read the High Republic yet, which I'm definitely gonna read it now. The High Republic comics. After hearing that, it's not unlikely that they did like some people are like, well, all the Jedi who found out about the Sith must have died, but that's not true. Yoda has erased all information about other enemies before, and they could have just died of old age without he could have told them, don't tell anyone, keep it a secret, and he erased all the information, and that could be why members of the Jedi Council didn't think that there were Sith. It did seem to me when I remember when I always wondered why, he knew about the rules of two and he said always two there are. So it'd be like, must have known there were two. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he thought they used to always have two. Then we got rid of the last two and that was it. I actually do think that the master is gonna be a Sith. It might be Darth Plagueis. It might be his master, who I believe his name was Darth Tenebris, or that I had read about his story and Darth Plagueis' story I didn't actually read the books that they talk about, but I had read like overviews of the books years ago. So because I wanted to know more about Darth Plagueis and more about him, you know. So it could be the character design. Uh, I don't really know how. I remember watching videos. I don't remember whose video if it was that if it was the Stupendous Wave. I did watch YouTube videos a lot about Darth Plagueis and his master, you know. So it could be him, you know. Yoda could have known he existed, and he could have known that there was two Sith all along. But I guess like with the Nameless, he didn't. I'm guessing he didn't want Jedi to be worried about them, or he didn't want other people to try to use them. And that might be the same thing that he did with the Sith. He didn't want the Republic to know that there were Sith still. That's a huge possibility to me. As far as the episodes, I did give the first two episodes a 6. Maybe my expectations were too high for the first two episodes. I expected it to be really epic, you know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe my expectations were too high, but I felt like those episodes were a 6. Not saying that they were bad, like there wasn't anything I really disliked about them. Like I said, it was a little rushed, but I wasn't like, oh, this sucks. It was rushed. Maybe it wasn't even rushed. Maybe it was more fast paced. It didn't seem rushed, but it was close to it. You know, it was on the fast paced side, which I like because I don't like a slow starting show. So I do see how some people could dislike that, but that's not why it was only a 6 for me. It just felt like the characters, like you didn't really get to know them much, which I know you can't do that in 2 episodes, but I feel like we should have got to know at least one character a little bit better. It's like they're all still pretty mysterious still. And like I said, I thought 2 of the fight scenes should have been longer. They were good, you know, great choreography and the hand-to-hand combat that they had, but there wasn't really. I felt that first fight was too short for me. Maybe like maybe it's because I wanted that character to be Carrie-Anne Moss's character to be around. I didn't want her to be a 1 episode, a 10-minute character. I would have liked to see that character fleshed out, but maybe that's why I gave it a 6. And it did set up the mystery well. As far as there's several mysteries, like who trained May, you know, how long has she been training? Has she been training since she was a little girl? What happened when they were children? Because it seemed like these Jedi were involved. I don't remember the name of the Jedi that was meditating I think it was Tobias or something like that. But he said, I was waiting for you. And he wanted absolution. So he must have done something. I don't think that Osha is remembering what happened when she was younger correctly. Because Carrie-Anne Moss's character also said, it's you. And I don't think at first I thought she was thinking it was Osha, and that's what you're supposed to think. But now, the second Jedi, he said her name. He said May. So I'm thinking maybe they even separated them because they were twins. They didn't want them to have any attachment because May thought that Osha was dead, and Osha, who's the main character, she thought May was dead. So they both thought the other was dead. How could that be? And maybe the Jedi are the ones who started the fire. Remember, Osha thinks that May started the fire that killed her family. Maybe the Jedi started the fire because maybe they had 2 Force-sensitive twins that had high potential. Maybe the parents didn't want to give them up, and it's possible that The Jedi started that fire, and they wanted to, because they wanted to take the children and train them as Jedi. Because I don't see why the Jedi who was meditating that died, that she killed with the poison. Well, he committed suicide with the poison because he was ashamed. What did he have to be ashamed of, and how did he know? He said he was waiting for her. So if they only saved one kid, and he thought that she was, like Soul says, I thought I saw her die. That guy didn't think that. He said he was waiting for her. So he knew she was alive, and he knew that she would be angry. So what did they do? You know what I mean? It could be that there's even more of a twist. Maybe these Jedi deserve what's happening to them. And, maybe Osha will also become an acolyte once she figures out. So maybe that's why the show's moving so fast, because maybe it's not going to be about her hunting down her sister, and eventually, maybe by the 4th episode, she's an acolyte also. Or 5th episode, maybe by that episode, she's an acolyte also. So that's what I think about the episode. Like I said, I don't want to put too many spoilers, but there are spoilers if I feel like it's important to what I'm discussing. And the Wookiee Jedi, he's in hiding. So we got Soul. He appears to be the only one that stayed on. Well, no, Carrie-Anne Moss's character, she was on the Outer Rim. Her and Soul, maybe they're the only two that didn't know. Maybe the other 2 Jedi started the fire. The one that was meditating, and the Wookiee, because the Wookiee's out in hiding. He's he's a faraway planet. His ship is crashed. He's in hiding. He doesn't seem to be doing any Jedi work. So, I think there's definitely more to the story, and I think that the Jedi definitely did something wrong, and that is why May wants revenge. So that's my more in-depth thoughts on the episode and how I feel. Like I said, I'm not saying that it's bad. Just I had such high expectations. Like after watching X-Men '97, I guess that raised my expectations for everything. I was expecting everything to just be like pure epic from the beginning. But we'll see, and this could turn out to be a very good story, very good a very good series, and I hope it does. So I'll talk to you guys next time.